you too. We're glad you can come and talk to us. How have you been?
Man, I've been good. We're going to have to change your wardrobe you got on over there. I'm going to have to come over and bring you a blue or a red sweater to put on today.
Hey, this is my Charlotte Hornets hoodie. Do you have any issues with that? Or
No, I grew up a Charlotte Hornet fan.
there you go.
Grandmama from watching Family Matters when Grandmama would come in the episodes, Larry Johnson.
Classic. Should we talk about the football team?
Yeah, we can do that too.
All right, cool. Hey, how different has it been just with Les not being around the complex and being at practice and that type of thing?
It's different. Anytime the captain of your ship, anytime your leader isn't visible, it's different. But we're going to do everything we can to make it as normal as possible. There's no issue at all. There's no controversy. Our team knows that Les Miles is the captain of this ship, and every coach, every player, everybody within the facility looks up to that guy and all that he brings to this football team. So we do everything we can to bring him and get him involved in his situation.
Can you give us kind of an overview evaluation of how each of the three quarterbacks have played so far?
You know, I think in 3 games we've played all 3 of them, and because of injury, because of other reasons, I don't think anybody's lost the job. But what I tell them every day is that nobody's really went out there and won the job. So I think that's the fairest evaluation of that situation. I think we've had some pretty good plays. We've had some things that we can build on. We've had situations in the last 2 weeks where we've got guys showing leadership. We've got guys that are building a little confidence. So I like the direction we're going with those 3.
Is McVitie able to practice right now?
McVitie is back. He's full go now. And another probably striking bit of information that we don't get much of here, but we gave Miles Kendrick the nod. We told him that he's our guy this week, and so we can start. We named him a captain because of the way that he practiced last week. He's doing a great job, but it's not that the other 2 are not doing a good job. It's just Miles Kendrick has earned a spot this week, so we're going to go with Miles Kendrick.
So Kendrick will start at West Virginia, but other guys are kind of maybe not as involved as they might have been. Will it be McVitie not subbing in as he was in week 1? Will you guys just play one quarterback?
In my world, I'd like to play one QB. I'd like to go with that guy and build the confidence with him. But the crazy 2020 and the COVID pandemic situation, you have got to have 2 and 3 ready. Your 3 has to probably get more reps than he's ever gotten before because of COVID. So you both of those guys got to be ready to go.
Have you guys had any conversations about what game day might look like if Coach Miles weren't able to make that trip to West Virginia?
I'm going to get a little bobblehead Coach Miles and put him on my shoulder. That way I feel like he's still talking in my ear right there. But no, we haven't had that conversation yet. I think that's something that the higher ups are probably trying to figure out at this moment, but we're planning on him being there with us. So.
Hey, Coach, how difficult is it? I got a couple questions. Number one, how difficult is it when you're jockeying back between 3 quarterbacks, especially through the beginning of the year? And then also, you know, I know you've just been the OC this year. You got Emmett Jones as a passing game coordinator. What's it like working with him?
You know, to answer both of those questions, it's tough to handle a QB room that has been nicked up, banged up. I've had 2 injuries in the room that have held guys out. You're trying to build some continuity. You're trying to establish a new offense in really year 1 of a system coming out of a pandemic. So it's been tough, but we're not complaining about it. We just got to show up, and we got to put our hard hat on, and we got to get better every day. The other thing, you know, Emmett comes from a different tree than I come from, so it's been refreshing. It's been great because I come from the SEC, Gus Malzahn, run the ball downhill, RPO off of it. Coach Jones comes from the Texas Tech air raid kind of world. So just to kind of bring those worlds into the one, it has really helped out, been good for us, and really opened up our passing game a little bit more.
Coach, can Daniels practice this week?
Daniels has done some things. We kind of was light with him last week. And then he performed really well this past Saturday in our dodgeball and wiffle ball tournament. So it appears that Daniels may be able to be a little bit more lively this week.
Hey, with that wide receiver group, I mean, I know they have kind of big expectations for themselves, and they probably haven't been as productive as they wanted to be. How have they kind of dealt with how the season's going for them?
It's frustrating. It's frustrating to all of us, but it's been in a good frustration. It's been in a seeing what we can do to improve the whole team and improve the room. And, those guys are showing up. They're working. Those guys are getting behind our quarterbacks and loving them up, saying, hey, we believe in you guys. And we've got to do a better job of getting the ball in their hands. We've got to do a better job of scheming to get ball in their hands. We've got to do a better job of protecting so the QB can get the ball in their hands. And then the QB's got to give them a catchable ball as well. So it's a lot of people that got to do a better job to get our big play receivers the ball in their hands. And they've got to help us out a little bit too. And we all know that we got to contribute a little bit better as a whole.
Hey, what's the biggest thing Wes brings to the table on game days? Coach Miles. What's the biggest thing Coach Miles brings to the table on game days?
Coach Miles brings a couple things to the table on game day. He helps out with kind of the game management side of things. He is always in my ear letting me know, hey, you can go forward in this situation on fourth or things of that sort. Coach is also a great mentor to me. I'm a young, emotional guy, probably too fiery at times. So every now and then he gets in my ear and tells me calm down, tells me those type things in a great way. So he's been a great mentor to me.
Along those same lines, when you were talking receivers and getting those guys going, how about the O-line? Is there anything you've done there to try to get things in a better path or more production or more efficiency, I guess, out of those guys this week?
It's a little bit of us going back to the drawing board, trying to figure out, what are we good at? What can we do to simplify? But then also those guys have come in on their own and said, we all got to be better. We all got to take the steps that needs to happen for us to get better. So it's a little bit of simplifying some things. It's a little bit of doing what we do better, and also a little bit of accountability with all of us stepping up as well.
So you're not to the point of moving pieces and shaking it up and putting guys in different spots and things like that yet?
I'm not I try my best as fiery and as energetic as I am and emotional as I am. I try my best not to be a panicker. I try my best not to hit that red Office Depot panic button. And I want our guys to know that we still believe in them. We got confidence in them, and we're going to coach them up. We're going to give them the best that we got every single day, and get the best out of them as well. I think that's one of the great traits of coaches is getting the most out of your kids. So that's what we're going to sell out to this week.
You guys got time for one more from Coach Dearmon?
What are you seeing out of Puka right now, and how can he really get it going?
For Puka, he's an electric player. We've got to figure out ways to put the ball in his hands in unconditional fashion. And right now we're not great at running the football. We're not great at throwing the football. And I'm trying to find a third part of an offense outside of running it and throwing it that we can find right now. So we've just got to do a better job as a whole. And when we do a better job as a whole, that's going to open up our big play makers between Puka, between Parchment, between Robinson, between Gardner, between Laster. And if all 11 of us, and you include the coaching staff, 5 coaches there, if all 16 of us do a better job, I think it's going to open up more of the offense.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Good seeing y'all.